Okay, we are. Oh, I never checked. Oh, we're gonna have to turn this down. There we go. I got myself saying okay, okay, okay. I am here. Get our map up. We are still on the way to Lyons, and I added a bit of a detour to the map, so it's a little longer than it should be. We'll probably be late. Not make money, but we've got bags of money, so we don't really care. I'm getting to... I took a loop through Germany because the Germany map has been modified a lot. We'll get down to Lyon eventually. A friend wanted me to look next to Marseille. Something down by Marseille he was unhappy about. He didn't know if it was because he had a Paris add-on. It was 1.39 and not 1.40. We'll figure it out when we get there. If not, we will just go, I don't know. Not sure where I'll go. I'll do more of France, I guess. Still a bunch of the map I haven't done, so let's hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back. No more, no more, no more, no more. There's road rollers from Russia with love. Okay, we could drive at night for a while. We are supposed to be there. We'll find... Oops. I have to pull my pedals back. Don't go away. There. I had slid them out of the way. Oops, I got the wrong mouse setting, so I usually get something wrong. Gaming. Want to be set to EuroTruck. That way the peculiarities I have for my programmable mouse, like that, makes sense. Okay, so some lights. And break off. Possibly need to get into gear. Anybody coming? No, we're good. Okay, so we are going to get there Sunday, and I think the game wants us there Tuesday. Oh, okay. For sure, okay, unless that was last Tuesday. So let me see if I can tweak the settings here. The video settings are not nice on this. Because what's going to happen is it's going to be too dark at night. And there's my lights, but there's the high beams. They don't really shine a lot, do they? Not sure what's happening up here. I think it's just aliasing that's making these guys dance and prance. Either that or somebody needs to slap them up the side of the head. No, there they go. They're good now. It's just annoying. How are we doing for... oh yeah, we should possibly a little slower. I think they're all the same, so we may as well go through the truck one. There's no Instapass or whatever it's called. Excuse me. Oop, a little more there, Gramps. I just felt like doing something relaxing. And driving a truck is relaxing. Especially when it's not multiplayer. Okay. I think I did let me in. Okay, and why did you cut in front of me? You see what I mean? Like, the lights are not that bright. You'd think they would be brighter at night. So what happens, I guess, is your eyes get used to the dark, so the lights seem brighter than they are. And maybe that's the effect they are missing out on now. So we can drive through cities and stuff, but it sort of looks nice, but it doesn't look that nice. So I think I'm going to set time 5 in the morning. And there we are at 5 in the morning. We'll change the lights back to running lights. Do I have time zones on? I possibly should have time zones on. Let's see what I've got. What happens if I do a full info time zone? Same, I guess. Yeah, why is the sun just coming up if it's full info time zone? Let's see what happens if I pick the other option. Which was any time. Same. Any, oh, maybe this is a pass. I don't know. Anybody on the right? I don't think so. Probably not. Okay. I was going a little fast there. It was 40 apparently. There we go. Set the cruise control to 70 and see what happens. Set it to 80 and see what happens. Oh, I think we were supposed to go up there and we forgot to. Did we? Yeah, we were going to go up there. Why didn't I do that? Let's see if we can go back before lots. Okay. So we're now, what, autosave, so we're 504. That one. Hmm. Yes, I want to go here. I want to go here. No, not like that. I want to go up here and then along there. Come on now. Why can't I get into gear here? There we go. The flash is on, but we appear to have stopped in the middle of the highway. Okay, there we go. So we'll get to Lyon eventually. It'll take us a while, that's all. See, this lighting is annoying. I've got lights on. I can put lights like this, and I can go high beams. You can barely see them shining off the railing there. I don't know. They may or may not correct that before release. Some of the lighting apparently is much better. Some of it is worse. Oh well. Just a game. I was talking to my sister about Farm Simulator and helping somebody, and he was trying to use mechanical weeder, and then I got him, he got this big wagon, and he sprayed herbicide on his crops, and she was saying, oh, well, I hope he's not planning on being organic. Well, I just laughed and said it was a game, but actually, organic farmers use chemicals too. They just use chemicals that break down faster, or I don't know. It's not as simple. Really need a cap here, because this is kind of annoying to be sitting like this. You know? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a hat, so don't go away. We'll see how this works. Other than hiding my face. Oh, that's better. I like that better. But sorry, yes. Sorry for hiding my face, but right above my screen is a view, 10 feet away of my patio door, and then the brightness of the city sky. So, yeah, my Tilly hat. I think it's a Tilly hat. Oh, maybe not. Anyways, yeah, thanks. So it's a bit of a peak there, so it cuts the light. So I'm getting glare into my eyes. Oh, now I'm getting even more glare. Get back in the cab here. So we're driving on a nice little twisty road on our way from Russia to Lyon. And from... Where were we? I think it was up here, wasn't I? Yeah. Velikie Luki, and I was here, and I did a bit of a detour, and then wandered down past Minsk and such, Warsaw, and then I'm doing a loop up here because I want to come down and see a bit more Germany, which they have updated in 1.40 beta, and then eventually to Lyon. So it's 27 hours, 30 hours, that'll be an hour and a half. We may not make the whole thing because I need to... What time is it here? 2:17 here in Ottawa. So I need to have a shower and go out and buy some more coffee for tomorrow or some beer. I'm on to no-name beer. Not especially for my kidneys or liver, but just for my pocketbook. And I guess less calories, so. Hey, a balloon. How nice. So we're driving through Poland, and it's yeah, it's sort of nice. If we sit up on the roof here, we can see some scenery. Sheepses. Nope, cowses. Gas station. Oh, we're good. More cowses over there. Occasionally they're in the ditch or on the road, but they are virtual cows. You can drive right through them. So, after the first time panic, no, we're good. Gdansk, we're going to Gdansk. G'day, Gdansk. Bet you nobody's heard that joke in Gdansk. Whoops, a little bit on the edge. Living on the edge. Aerosmith, isn't it? We are downtown. Coming through. Okay, I didn't really look, but they had eels. Ah, horses. And a shitload of sunflowers. These are weird in the game, the sunflowers, because they're looking at you, and then you look back, they're still looking at you. They are like those paintings in the art gallery where the eyes follow you back and forth. Oh, we're not in Gdansk, we're just heading to it, sorry. Didn't notice the arrow on that last sign. I also didn't notice that I could be going faster here. Is 60 good? It's a little twisty here. Although I have turned up little rollers, I've turned up the trailer stability just to make it easier for myself. Yeah, those are spooky, those paintings. They remind you of a grade B horror movie where the eyes are cut out and the eyes are actually watching you as you walk around the room. So I was starting a battle with pigeons. I moved in the fall after pigeons had been sort of left, but I guess mid-October. But you know, that 14-story building by 20 apartments per floor, so there's a lot of balconies for pigeons to nest on, and there's a lot of green space around for trees and stuff. So it's quite, well, it's a nice environment, I think, for pigeons. So I've been trying to discourage them from landing on my balcony and just pick somebody else's. I don't have any furniture out there other than I have 2 folding chairs, each one with a broomstick sticking out at an angle and a foil burner protector hanging from string floating in the wind, stuff like this. So they land on the railing and it's, ooh, we're not sure about that. And they've started, it's getting warmer here, so more of them are starting to land. So what I do is I keep a broom by the door and I open the door just a crack, and then I swoop the broom out like this. And don't hit anybody, but I certainly scare the shit out of them, so that's working. I can also get spikes to put on the, stop them from perching. Like, you can get spikes that you put all along the, oh, that was interesting. All on the railing, the top of the railing, so that they don't land there. But the thing is, that's my view, sort of. Well, I'm going to be looking through, you know, 4 inches of metal spikes, which is, I'd rather not. Possibly waving a broom and being home quite often during the day will be enough to dissuade them, and they'll pick. They seem to be landing on other balconies. I see them flying past on their way from or up on their way to, so. I assume neighbors who aren't home much or who have all sorts of furniture, or there's probably even some that feed them because they're cute. The problem is once they put a nest in, it's technically illegal to disturb the nest. But I'm going to keep my eye out, and if I come out some morning and, you know, or come back at the end of the day and somebody spent lots of time building a nest, okay, get a garbage bag, goes in the bag, goes down the garbage chute. Yeah. Yes, some people have nets too, and I don't really want to look through a net. And CDs might help. I've got nothing to hang really nothing to hang the CDs from easily. It's a like there's a concrete pad, a flat concrete pad above me, so I'd have to drill into it or something. Or well, I suppose I could use duct tape, clear duct tape, just in an X. That would work. Of course, the challenge now is finding CDs, eh? We'll see what works. We'll see what works. My plates that dance the wind seem to give them a sort of a feeling of unease. I figure if they have other choices, then, you know, they're not that stupid. So I took this route because I wanted to go on some 2-lane roads. Oops, that was red light. Luckily there's no traffic. There we go. Speed can go up again. Ah, your first car. Yeah, you bought a pretty old one. Not an antique. That's a project car. Oh, okay. So what kind of a project? You mean, my sister has a 1988 Audi Fox. That would be a project car. They love it when she goes into the garage. She hardly ever drives it. They love it when she goes in the garage because it's one of the few cars they get in that has no computers. Not even a catalytic converter, so... Wow, that's even worse. You're older. Trabant. 71 Trabant 601. Who makes Trabant? Now, somebody was talking about Trabant in a stream I was following, a Trucker Dylan. Was it a Trabant? He said it had an Audi engine, except it burned. It had a second-rate Audi engine and burned oil and went through piston rings like nothing. Ah. Was it a, well, two-stroke air-cooled? Oh, that's cool. That sounds like an interesting thing to work on and rebuild. You know, I'd be like, hey, what kind of car is that? That's cool. Yes, it is. Two-stroke air-cooled. So two-stroke, meaning did you have to mix oil with the gasoline like a chainsaw engine? Ubelai. Yep, okay. So. Yeah, like a chainsaw or... hopefully it sounded a little more... Hopefully it didn't sound like a chainsaw. Although a chainsaw's got a pretty hearty sound, yeah. Huh. Interesting. And if you do get it and start a project, I'd certainly be interested in following along as to the progress of your project. I don't know, maybe do a Discord or something, or... $600cc. Yeah, I don't know what kilowatts is in horsepower though. But 600cc, I mean, that's, you know, we're talking about a bike. We're talking about a dirt bike, sort of. Well, maybe not, but you know what I mean. But 21.5 horsepower. Okay, yeah. But like you said, is if it's a mostly plastic body, then it's very light. Is it a 4-wheel or a 3-wheel? Okay. Oh, there's a train coming in behind me. Glad I missed that. Sounds like an interesting project. Trabat. You'll have to if you got more information, you can stick it up on the Discord. Where are we? Where are we? We are... Still on our way to Szczecin. Szczecin, probably. And then across and then down through Germany. And that, I think, is going to be mostly on Autobahn-y type roads. See. But which is okay. Makes it easier. We just set it and forget it, right? So I think I'm simultaneously streaming to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Steam. And to do that, Twitch does not allow you to simultaneously stream. So I was an associate or an affiliate in Twitch. So I told them to cancel my affiliate status, which means I'm now free to simultaneously stream. It means that I can't get subscriptions and bits from people to support me, but Twitch got half of that revenue anyways. Now the only downside is I turned out I have 50 bucks. They owe me 50 bucks, but they only pay out every 100. So they won't pay out that 50 bucks. So that kind of sucks. They may pay it out if I don't earn anything for a year. They may pay it out minus the $25 maintenance fee. So I've set up instead with people. People can support me one time, but they can support me with PayPal. And ongoing, they can support me with Patreon. And I want to use that same 2 sites for my short story writing I have online and my podcasting when I start doing my podcasts. So we'll see how that works. I'm not going to make a lot of money at this. Good. So, I mean, is it in good shape? What happens to them? I assume they don't rust out since they're mostly plastic. I guess the parts get worn. You know, maybe the steering parts. Don't know. Are you? I forget. Are you a trained mechanic? Are you? Are you studying automotives? You have the skills and/or equipment to work on this. I assume you have something. Okay, okay. So you say IT, yeah. Logical stuff. So that would work. You've got the resources, so yeah, sounds like fun. You can almost raise money for it with a Patreon. The Patreon I've set up for people to support me monthly, I've said that all I can give you is just general donations. So all you're going to get back from me is thank you for supporting me monthly. But you can set them up with specific rewards for different levels. So I suppose if you wanted to, you could raise money that way, and then you might get a niche market of people who think it's a really cool car and they want to see it remodeled, and then you could do, if people could get, only if they supported you, they would get access to videos of you working on it. So they'd get to be part of the process. And then, I don't know, once it's finished, you put their name on a little plaque on the dash. I don't know. Just off the top of my head there. Oop. Trying to stay on the road there, Gramps. Try to avoid those rumble strips. Apparently 65 is not fast enough in a 70 zone. Let's try 70 then. I know some of the cars past you, it's like, no, this is not the Autobahn. Calm down. Okay, that was almost tippy. Whoop. On the check to Finland and back through Sweden, Denmark? Ah, yes, yes. So the Patreon could be access to you building it and then access to your trip. And I guess if you're making that kind of trip, then if somebody is along the route, then they've also, for a bonus, they buy the chance to, I don't know, have their picture taken with you in the car. Huh. I don't know. Or you could just keep it simple and just raise the money on your own and buy it. Less pressure, less commitment. So. Yeah. Hanging off the road. I think we're getting to a big city now. We are. What'll we do? It's 20 to 3. Maybe I'll drive till 3. Like, because I have a shower, I can get a shower and get out and get some shopping done. And go for a walk somehow, somewhere. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So they're still common. There's still lots of them around. That'll be cool. Like the VW bugs used to be. It was fairly easy to set up a Patreon. I mean, there's a bunch of, technical things and steps and tax information and shit like that you have to go through, and what levels do you want and stuff. But their help file is pretty good. So. Okay. Oh, the seniors don't want to give them up. They can't fix them. Oh, so the seniors pay people to fix them. Well, that's interesting. Well, I know. I mean, I've dealt with some seniors that, yes, I still have my car, but, I've got friends and family that takes them a while to realize, you don't really use the car that much. Just dump it. So sell it, and then make. And my former girlfriend, she hadn't driven her car for a year. All it was parked out front. She would go out every week or two and run it a bit to keep the battery charged, get the snow off it. I'd go down to visit every hour of the month, and we'd use it to go shopping. She'd often have to call CAA to come and boost it before she could do that. It was just, and it was an old car. It was just a symbol, which, we're reluctant to give up of our freedom and independence. Excuse me. She called some charity. There's charities in Toronto that come and they'll pick up your car for nothing. They'll sell it for scrap, put the money into the charity. So. Lots of wind turbines in Europe. Although they are adding them into North America too, but ta-da! Here we go. That was easy. I believe we're in Germany now, are we? We are in Germany. Yeah, diesel cars were a thing in Canada for a while. But they're noisy. Fuck. And they are not... Excuse me. They're not as good in a really cold climate. I mean, it's doable, but still. A little harder to start. The fuel gets a little more solid. Condensation, water in the diesel fuel, so. The fuel was a lot cheaper here at 1.2, and then I think they readjusted the taxes or something, or maybe too many people started using diesel, so the government figured they could make more off it. So the big thing now, of course, is electric cars. But I could be no car, really. I think my parking spot is $80 or something like this. I could be no car. I'd have to rent a car every couple of weeks, go to the grocery store, buy a shitload of stuff and bring it home. That's true. Okay, so it is a lot. The fuel is somewhat cheaper here, but not a lot. Yeah, higher torque. My main thing is my son is about 20 minutes down the highway, so it's a fair hop. That's at highway speeds. And I visit him once a week now. I go out there, so not having a car would mean once a week I'd have to rent a car. I can't really get to him with the well, I sort of can. Thinking there's an LRT, light rail transit, that runs, whoops, I need to be over here. Don't brake check me, you bastard. So our new, transportation network or whatever here, gonna stop here though. Pretty sure he's not gonna merge. Oh, he did merge. Sometimes whoa, he merged right at the end. So I could take the LRT out there, but then I have to take a bus at the end, which is awkward. I could get my son to pick me up, I guess. Text him, he can pick me up at the bus. I don't know, doable. Winter. Okay. He didn't look like he was going to let me in. Oh, Czech is under lockdown. Total lockdown. No. Our lockdown comes and goes here in Canada. Different provinces seem to have different takes on it in different areas of the province. So our big mess here is vaccine. Our Prime Minister was just on saying, oh, we're going to have 1 million doses a week or a month or some damn thing soon. But the problem is the provinces he said, well, the provinces, you guys are responsible for doing your own distribution, and Ontario has really messed it up. Oh. The rules have been different for different areas and different isolation rules, and the Premier said, well, no, I trust people to not go shopping in another zone when theirs is closed down, and of course people do. And now there's some areas are giving vaccines out and some aren't, and again, well, I trust people not to try to queue jump and go to another district to get a shot. Well, of course people are, so well, I hope you and your family stay safe and healthy until you get a shot. Are they at least rolling out the vaccines, or? Ah, good. Well, my sister, she's over 80. So my sister has signed up, and she's supposed to get one within the next few days. But again, there's sort of a patchwork of places to sign up where she lives in Toronto. She had a friend of hers has signed up to 8 different places. Drugstores, hospitals, clinics. Ah, everything except the Russian one. And the Russian one because it's not as effective, or because it's Russian? I'm guessing. My sister would possibly be getting the AstraZeneca, but she's over 65, and it works if you're over 65, but maybe not as effective as other ones. So her concern is if it just prevents her from getting a really bad case. There's people who have had mild cases of COVID and they haven't had to go to the hospital, but a year later they're still short of breath and sore muscles and stuff like this. So she'd just as soon have one that means she just doesn't get it at all, never mild. Yeah, I thought it might be a political statement, so. Too bad, too bad. So where are we? We are here in Germany. Oh yeah, postcards. I do postcards, folks. If anybody wants one. So I think I was going to go to 3. I think that'll be my plan. Then I'll have a shower and I'll go out. Oh, the sun is out again. Shower and go out and get some, like I said, some coffee and some beer. And do some walking. Trying to get out and get more exercise. I've been in too much with COVID and this new apartment. It's a little tempting just to stay in rather than get dressed up, get on the elevator, go downstairs, and go outside and walk around the block. So, especially since I'm a little more isolated from the the shops. So there's not really any easy destination other than, you know, nature stuff. But I've been getting out over, well, I've been getting out over 3,500 steps a day, which is a big jump. I was at 2,000 for a while. Yes, update me on the Trabant. I'll be interested in knowing what happens on it. I'll have to look it up. A friend of mine had years ago, I think she had a Fiero, which was a North American car, but a lot of the body was plastic, and I think it was a rear engine, like a flat 4 or something like this. A cute little car. I guess I'm in the wrong lane here, eh? People are passing me. I'm doing 80. What? What's this brake check? Oh, I guess he got close. Yeah. I had a Corvair, a Chevrolet Corvair years ago, and it was not one of the new ones. So it was when they had made some changes to the suspension and that, so that it handled better. But it was a flat 4 with 4 carburetors, 2 primary and 2 secondary. Manual 4-speed, and I put fat tires on it, and I added thrush mufflers. Thrush mufflers where they're like pretty well straight through, so they were rear engine. There wasn't a lot of space anyway, so it really sounded cool. I remember I went up to Kirkland Lake. I was from Kirkland Lake in Northern Ontario. I went back home with the car once, and it was driving downtown between the the buildings, and you back off, and it echoed off the buildings. And Kirkland Lake's a pretty small, pretty quiet place. Got pulled over by the cops. I think I had long hair back then, sort of hippie looking, so that didn't look like I blended in. He was pissed off, and I said I was up here visiting my mother and my grandparents, and I said who they were, and they were long-standing members of the town. So he was like, "Oh, okay. You up for long?" And I said, "No, I'm going back Monday." Good, good. No muffler. How can it have no mufflers? Oh. A lot of cars, early cars I had the three-speed column shifter. You know, 1, 2, 3, and reverse was straight up, sort of thing. I had that for a number of years. No muffler. Oops, I think I'm in the wrong lane again. And I think this guy is not going to let me out. Yes, he is. Oh, I might have hit him. Oh, well, sucks to be him. I wasn't paying attention to the road. The game does do those green chevrons saying, get over, get over, get over, get over, never mind. But I did. Okay, so I was going to go to 3. It's 3-ish, so let me find a place to stop that sort of makes... Made for the working class by the communists. Oh, no fuel gauge. Well, you know, like the Volkswagen did not have a fuel gauge, but they had a reserve tank, which gave you whatever many extra miles. And it was a little L-shaped lever that was under the dash of the Volkswagen, and you just reached out with your right foot and flipped this lever up, and then you were on the reserve. And then you had so many, you know, probably another 1,000 miles or something. Yeah. Let me look at the map here. We're going to... oh, okay, well, I was looking for a place to pull off. That looks like it's a good place to pull off. None? Jeez. Isn't that interesting? There's gas there. Lots of places with no gas, eh? Oh, there's one right here. Okay, so I can pull off here, and I can rest and get gas. Okay, let's do that. Fuel economy gauge. What would a fuel economy gauge look like? I think if they could do a fuel economy gauge, they could do a gas gauge. That's weird. Auto off? Oh, that's interesting, the way that curves around. A nice little catch. Catch as catch can. Ah. 7 lights, mostly green, some yellow, and a few red ones. So I wonder what they did. I wonder if they just measured the I wonder if they just measured how open the air intake was, because usually in cars when you tromp, you tromp on the air intake, it opens up and you go faster. But the harder you tromp on the gas, the worse the mileage is. So I wonder if that's what they did. Like the harder you tromped on the pedal, the more you opened. All based on RPMs. Interesting. Well, my friend, and others. Okay, so set that. Put that in neutral. Turn the engine off. Turn the lights off. And I'm gonna have a shower and go do some shopping, and I'll probably be on tonight. It's Friday night. I won't have to wear my hat. It won't be as bright. So, thank you for chatting, and stay safe, my friends. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay away from each other, and ta-ta for now.